Greetings YouTube. Today we're looking at a Leatherman Rebar, and here it is in the pouch it came with. Quite big enough to fit onto any 2-inch belt without difficulty. It's a nice quality pouch, as in my experience Leatherman pouches have always been of decent quality. Velcro, and this one actually still has the little Leatherman pamphlet that came with it. I purchased it like this, not in any packaging. I bought it at an estate sale. I think I paid $9 for this when I bought it. Now I bought it both to do a review and then to give it away as a Christmas or a Yule gift for in my case. So there it says Leatherman Rebar on both sides. And this is, like almost all Leatherman, has the tools contained therein. They are not exposed when the tool is folded, and that's, to my mind, the biggest issue with Leatherman tools. I don't like the fact that their tools are not accessible when they are folded. But there you go, classic Leatherman needle nose pliers. I will admit, I like the narrowness of Leatherman needle nose. I think that they're really nice in that regard, and the tip lines up really well. I think, yeah, you go. I think nice grip, very subtle taper, and the tip right there comes to a nice union. So you could get in there and really pick up some delicate objects with those right there with the tip right there. The wire cutters are a really nice feature in that they are removable. So you could get new ones if you wanted to, or if you had the capacity to sharpen some hardened steel. If you have to do a lot of cutting of metal, that's awesome. The fact that the wire cutters can be replaced or sharpened is just a major bonus to my book. In my book. Okay, so here we have the tools, and they do lock in place. So again, that's nice. I like that. So this right here unlocks it, and this is a plain edge, and the plain edge comes out with a really nice edge on it. Quite good. Then we see if I can get all of these out. Sometimes I have a hard time getting these things out. There we go. Because I haven't used this myself, so you haven't worn it in. Just the simple screwdriver in that one. The next tool over is the ream, which I have to really love reams. I find them very useful. I've actually have used them to ream leather. Never used them for stitching, which is what that hole is for, but I have used them for reaming leather before. And then we have another screwdriver here, a finer tip. And then on this side we have a metal file and saw. So there's a metal saw right on this here, and then you got a file on this side, and then a double crosshatch on this side, and this is very aggressive. That's quite nice. This here will make an excellent nail file. So overall, tools are useful. They are accessible. They'll be a little easier to access once you use it a little more. But again, I haven't. Here we have a serrated edge, and it's a sheep's foot. I actually would prefer if both of the blades had been sheep's foots, but I'm a big fan of a Wharncliffe or sheep's foot design. But having one, if not two of them, is just fine. And that tip right here, because this section is not serrated, is also nice. So you could use that in there if you wanted to do some very simple cutting. Okay, what do we got on this side? We have the classic can opener. Haven't tried it, but that is a classic can opener. And then we have a Phillips, which is nice to have. I will admit I like the scalloping, makes it a little bit lighter and still without losing any significant strength on it. And then on this side we have the wood saw, and the wood saw is the classic double tooth. Very nice shiny teeth. Again, I have not used it, but I've used these type of saw blades before, and they do work. Obviously not all that long, for you can't really be doing heavy duty work, but you can make notches in wood and things like that, which can be useful when you're in an outdoors environment. So all in all, this is a solid multi-tool. Again, I'll be giving this away to someone for Yule. But it's a tool I think that would be usable by most people. I am still a Swiss tool fan. I know, I can hear people lamenting in the comments. But the Leatherman was pretty much the first one on the market, and they still make a solid design. I just wish they would get away from having almost all their tools only accessible when the tool is unfolded. Because I'll be honest, using the pliers on a multi-tool is the thing I use them for the least. I use the tools in the handle far more often, and it's frustrating when I have to unfold it to access them, and if I want just that tool, I can then fold it back up again so I can just use that tool, and that's a lot of extra motion, and you don't gain anything from it. So that's, to me, in my mind, the biggest fault of Leatherman designs. Also, it has scales here for measuring, which is always handy. I use them on my Swiss tool all the time. I find it quite handy having a small ruler on me that I can measure stuff with. And I will admit, I still love that. That's such a nice idea. I wish Swiss tool had done that, because that is so smart. Nice hard edges in there, different steel, because you're never going to get the steel here, because you don't want this steel to be the same hardness as this steel, and there's no way you're going to get a heat difference here without, it's too close. So having removable wire cutters is just a great idea. It really is. So that has been the Leatherman Rebar. For the Leatherman fans, are going to like it, and I think it's a good general tool for a starter multi-tool. Great thing as a gift, which is what I'll be using it for. So yeah, all the fans out there of Leatherman should be pleased.